Hey guys, so I have been away for a few days, but I'm back now, so let's get back to some sharpening. Today we are going to sharpen my carbon steel Kiritsukabunka from Musashi. It's a very nice knife, really like it, and I've been sharpening with it, shooting a few videos for a few months now, and it's coming along great. Got a good patina on that, and it takes a really nice edge. So for this video, I thought I'd do a one stone sharpening session. I wanted to pull out my good old Naniwa Aotoshi, also known as the Green Brick of Joy. It's been a while, so it's about time I see some action again. So before we start, we are going to unsharpen the knife by just dragging the edge along this old 1000 grit stone that I have lying around. Just make sure you have something to work on. That should do it. Just let's see where we're at. This is some newspaper. Well, a little bite to it, so we'll make sure it's properly dull. Yeah, so that is no longer a sharp knife. So, the Aotoshi. It's, in theory, 2000 grit stones. I hear people say they get a 4000 grit finish on it. You can use it in a few different ways. So what I wanted to do now is I wanted to start by erasing some slurry on the stone. So what that means is that I want to release some of the abrasive particles in the stone to make it remove material from the knife faster. So usually, or earlier, I've been using one of these rust erasers to do just that. But I find that the rust erasers, especially when it's dry, I haven't wet this yet. I don't know if you can see, but there's bits and pieces falling off here, and it can actually deposit some abrasive materials on the stone as well. So you'll feel these tiny small grains of abrasive materials that's not supposed to be there. So I'm going to try with this the very same stone that I dulled the knife with. I'm just going to run it along the surface. Kind of sticks. Gotta get some water on there as well. So the green brick is a really soft stone, and it almost seems like it's wearing down my swelling stone, but we'll see how this goes. So now that seems like it's green, doesn't it? You can see here as well. So we did right. So when you're working with slurry, I prefer not to have too much water on the stone, because it's just going to fall off, and that's not what you want. You want this to stay on the stone and do the work. So that when I'm sharpening, this will help to remove as much material as possible from the knife, making it fast. So you'll see that the slurry on top is darkening as I'm working on it, and that is exactly what you want, because that's steel, and to get this knife sharp again we have to remove some steel. Just a few drops of water to keep it moist, and we'll swap sides. been a few days since I've sharpened a knife, so it's good to be back. It's soothing, and it's yeah, calms me down. So yeah, the Aotoshi can give you a very nice finish. It's a 2000 grit stone, as I've mentioned. So I'm expecting to have to do a little bit more passes than usual. But still, it's a pretty fast stone, being as soft as it is. So in theory, I will be able to use the stone just both for removing material and for polishing as well. So I've raised the burr now on the entire edge on that side. I'm going to start working a little bit more on the other side. See if we can get a burr there as well. Probably have to do this like for a few passes. Most of the slurry is actually gone now, so the stone is not as fast as it was when we started. And you can solve that by going at it again. We'll clean the stone as we go as well. So that's pretty decent. We are getting there. I think one more pass will do. And yeah. So what I usually do now, rest the burr on that side, do some passes on the other side, rest the burr there as well. So at this point the burr is just flipping from one side to the other, and I will start doing these like full strokes. It's 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. I usually do 10, and I feel, and I got the burr on the other side now, so I'll flip the knife and I'll do the same thing. It's 2, it's 4, 6, that's 8, and it's 10. And now the burr is on the other side. Add a little bit of water, and instead of 10, let's try 5. If 5 doesn't work, you just have to do a few more. And almost count. I reckon about there. And the burr is smaller, but it's on the right side. So we'll do 3, 4, 5, and we got the burr on this side, and we just keep reducing the number of strokes. So let's do 2, and now it's tiny, but it's still on the right side, and by right side I mean the correct side. And yeah, and after that just do a couple of alternating strokes, where I usually, ease up on the pressure. Like so. And now the burr should be almost non-existent. but it is still there, if you feel it or not. So I'll just do a couple of edge leading strokes without any pressure at all. Oh, sorry. Just to get that burr off. Usually a strop is a better way of doing this. So, just find something to wipe the knife with. Just use this. And we'll do a cut test again. Just use a small piece here. So we can see that it's a lot better than when we started. So what sorry about that, just had to get my good old strop. But before we do that, I want to try to see if I can refine the edge just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean the surface like I did when I raised the slurry. And I'm going to do one more thing that I didn't do. I'm going to wash off the slurry. So by doing this, the stone is not going to be as abrasive as it was. And now I'm just going to go back to the full length strokes. I'm just going to do a couple on each side without any pressure at all. Let's try there. See where we're at. So we haven't deburred it. So I'll try to do that as well. I'm just practicing doing this. You'll see when we get to the strop in just a little bit why I prefer to do that. So let's wipe the stone. No, I'm sorry, wipe the knife. And try to do another cut test. And yeah, there you go. So that's the, oh, shit, I'm getting excited. It's a nice clean edge from a very dull knife to a very sharp knife on just one stone. So let's see if we can improve it even more by just doing a couple of strops on the leather strop. So this is just vegetable tanned leather. It's the fine side, and I've coated it with some 0.3 micron paste. Not the diamond paste, all the other kind. So it's not as aggressive as diamond can be. And yeah, that's a clean top. So yeah, the green bricker joist, still got it. It's a very good stone. I like it. It's kind of a what you call it? It's kind of the only stone you need if you do regular maintenance. If you don't want to go too fine on the polish, and if you don't wear your knife completely down, if you have chips, nicks, and dents in your knives, you would want a coarser stone. And if you want to take the edge just a little bit further, you would want a finer stone as well. So, but yeah, absolutely recommend them if you can find it. It should be in your collection. It's a joy to work on. It's soft. I can say that much. It's easy to get the knife to dig into the stones. You got to be careful because it is that soft, but you get a lot of stone for the money, so don't worry about it wearing down. So yeah, so I guess that's gonna be it for this video. We're approaching 100 subscribers, which is not a lot for some, but for me it's a lot. So I appreciate it. And if you're still watching the video, so please appreciate it, and please leave a like and subscribe. And if there's anything you are wondering about the stones, or if there is anything particular you want to see, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So have a good day, guys.